Yo, how's it going everybody? It is Reincarnation. Today I'm bringing you guys another Nier Reincarnation video. In this video, we're going to be talking about memoirs, and more importantly, why you need to start using them, because they are a very powerful tool that is just this little support unit that makes a huge difference, and you're going to find out why in this video. We're also going to talk a little bit about them, how to get them, which ones to avoid, which ones to use. There's going to be a good amount of very valuable content in this video, so make sure that you stay and watch all the way till the end. So let's get into this. So you guys might notice here that I have a Keha, and we have 5 memoirs, or 3 memoirs. And they're all of this letter 5. And I want to talk about this the letter 5, yeah. The number 5 up in the left-hand corner here. So this number 2 to 4, or no, 2 to 5. And these numbers are very important. You want to keep the ones with the highest numbers because they have the most slots available. So we take a look-see here. You guys are going to notice that this is a 1 star. They go from 1 to 3 stars. And this is the meetings, the one-to-man. So overall, you guys will notice that we have a primary, 4 secondary slots, which if you have a 4 or 5 secondary, or 4 or 5 number right up next to your memoir, that means you're going to have 4 or 5 slots for your secondary. And the more slots you have, the more benefits you're going to have as well, which is why you want to aim for the 5 stars, or, well, 5 slots. And then we have the small set bonus, but what you want to make sure you're looking out for is your primary and your large set, as these are going to make the biggest difference. So I'm kind of here with a wonky defense plus 150, which isn't the reason why I'm using it. I'm using it because of the crit hit damage up by 40%. And I also have a small set which the crit hit damage is up by 2 or 25. That's pretty good. But you guys might also notice here how we have this little synergy going on with the 3, and basically the synergy powers up all of your memoirs so that their overall power is stronger. And if we look over here, you guys might notice that they all are kind of going with their corresponding story, which is what these memoirs are about. They are memories after all, and they're very, very powerful. So let's go over to 2P, I'll show you mine. It's pretty much the same setup, but they are slightly different. As you guys can see, my critical damage is 194%, while Akeha's is 201%, so there's a bit of a difference there. But that's because of this reason that these, you guys are going to see right here, I have a lot of 2 stars and 1 star. And that's not important. What's important is that these, let's talk about what you want out of your memoir and why they're so overpowered. So what makes memoirs so great is the fact that they have the ability to give you some amazing enhancements. So you guys are going to notice here that I have a critical rate of 10% and a small set bonus critical hit damage of 25%, along with the critical hit damage of 40%. So when you're looking for your what you want to get out of your memoirs, I cannot advise this enough. Prioritize attack up, critical damage, and critical hit rates up. The reason why you're going to want to prioritize these 3 is because those are the 3 ones that are going to make the biggest difference. And another really great tip is go for the ones with the percentage rather than the actual whole numbers, because those are going to bring them up a lot more than whole numbers like say 150. You guys might notice here that I have crit rate in my primary and critical hit damage, which are different by the way, in my primary and my large, and attack works too, but try to keep it towards the percentages if you can. But if you can't, and say you have a really good pull and you get attack up percent, they're all percents, they're all criticals, crit rates, attack, perfect, but say it's not a 5 slot 2-3 star memoir, then that's alright too. If you are to get one that's super perfect, consider yourself lucky in this case. Memoirs make a huge difference in this game because they give you that ability to have your critical hits and your rates go up by a lot. And I mean, when I say a lot, I mean, look at this. My crit rate is 30%, but my critical damage is 194. That is a lot of damage, and that's a pretty high rate of critical hits if it's over 25%. So And I know Akeha's isn't as high, but her crit damage is a lot higher. And if we go look at Theo here, her crit rates aren't the best because, again, another thing is don't feel like you have to synergize all the time. As you guys can see here, I'm not synergized with these two, or with the of Kings and Soldiers, a king of his people. As you guys can see, I have this one separate from the rest just because of what it's giving me. It's giving me all this great attack damage. We got attack percent up by 10. We got attack up by 10% for small, and attack by 15% for the large bonus. And then we even got a few other nice little crit ups here as well. So it's definitely worth separating that than trying to make a whole synergy triangle, just because of the crit damage and rates that it's giving me as a bonus, along with the other little enhancements as well to my stats with the secondary, which is good. So now let's talk about how you can get some of these really good pulls. So by going to subquest, there's two out currently right now. We have the Dynasty's Memories and the Officer's Memories. Now if I were you guys, I would personally go with the Dynasty Memories just because it's a bit more forgiving for lower levels, lower total force. And the pulls here are, it's recommended if you can get to like 9 or 10, because those are when the really good like 5 slot good pulls come in. But if you can't, 7 is pretty nice. That's where I'm currently at. I haven't beat it yet, but I'll get there. But right now I'm doing to 5. I think floor 5 is good for if you're just getting started with Memoirs. That's where I started. It's an excellent floor. You can pick up quite a few Memoirs here as well for your team. 6 also works too, especially for me since like I'm using a lot of light weapons. That'll make it really easy to grind through. But yeah, floor 5 and 6 are pretty nice if you're a beginner. I wouldn't, and another really cool tip is if you guys get too many Memoirs and say, if, in my personal opinion, if a Memoir is say 2 or lower in its slots, just sell it. You can also get some pretty good change in cash just from selling it. So we have a heart-to-heart, 600 health, 6 defense, 1 star, 2 slots, not good, no bueno, or whatever the hell it is, just no, bad. I would want to sell this. So if I go to sell list and we take it over to Memoirs, and then we sell, we can sell it for 1,000, not bad, they do add up. You do 20 seconds at a time. We have actually quite a bit here if I just go to list. I do have a few, like, again, 1,200 HP defense. The attack up bonus could be worth it, but I feel like I would need to have all 4 of these unlocked to really make that worth it. Even if it is a, what is this, is that a diamond, a 2-star? Yeah, I don't see it being worth it. You guys also might notice that this one right here, Ray of Thought, it looks pretty promising. But the ideal memoir would be one that has attack, crit rate, and critical percentages up boosting you, and is 5 slots. That would be the perfect one to upgrade, in my personal opinion, just because of the benefits it's give you. Because attack, critical hit, and critical rate are so important when you're going ahead and doing this. You guys might notice I have a little triangle going here. Try to get those crit rates up as high as you can. They will help you out, especially if you're trying to take on main game on hard mode. It's gonna help you out a lot, just trust me. But we're not done yet. Let's actually talk about how we actually level these up. So say I do get a good pull, it's a 5-star, or it's a 5 slot, and no, this one's not good. Let me see what's this one? Attack up by 50 and not good. Attack up by 5. Defense crit. Ooh, I love it. When you get the meeting, the mean memoirs give you the critical hit damage up by 25% and critical hit damage up by 40% for the large. That's not bad, and it's giving me a bit more critical and a few other nice little goodies as well. I definitely think that that's pretty cool. But dang, I want to talk about upgrading this, but I don't know which one to use. Wow, that sucks. If you don't have, if creator attacks in your secondary and it's not a primary or a large bonus, I wouldn't even bother upgrading it. I would just sell it. but I want to find a good one to upgrade here, but I just don't have any. I'll be back. Alright, so I'm just got back from a bit of grinding into Dynasty, and I got myself a pretty sweet little prey here. So this specific memoir actually has a lot of crit rates on it, which is gonna make it, it's 3, I know it's not that good, but 3 or higher is what I would keep. Go for 5 if you can. I just want to get this for the content. So we got critical rate plus 3 as a primary, which is good. Critical rate damage 25%, and critical hit rate or damage or hit damage up by 40% for the large. And then we also get an extra critical hit rate up by 3% for the secondary, so it's looking pretty promising. So now we can upgrade it. Now you can enhance it once or multiple times. Now what you guys are going to notice that the success rate here is something you might be wondering, well, okay, what's a success rate? Well, basically a success rate is if it is the probability of it working and upgrading your stats here. If it fails, you guys are going to notice that nothing changes, but if it succeeds, the stats go up, and you're risking the probability the higher up level you go, which is the reason why it's better to have a 5 or 4 star, so that you have more chances to get your stats up more, rather than having them be wasted on a level like this, so that you already have everything unlocked. As you can see, I actually had to unlock these last stats instead of already having them available, so that my upgrading would go up higher because I have the stats already available. I didn't have to upgrade, so I didn't have to risk losing any, well, points up. So at 15, we got a crit rate of 10%, a crit rate of 4 plus 20, oh my god, 4.5. We got defense up by 27, attack up by 1.0, so I guess a bit more attack isn't too bad, but in this case it is pretty mundane since it's secondary, and HP up by 1.5, not going to make much of a difference. However, overall, if I decide to go and equip this with, I don't know, who should I do? Theo? Let's try Theo. Alright, so if I decide to equip this, looks like our health and our attack are going up along with our crit rate. Our crit damage is going down just by a bit, as you guys can see here. However, 2 points isn't going to make much of a difference. After all, our critical rate is going up pretty high, which is going to make up for that along with the defense and the attack, or the HP and attack. So we equip that, and we're already looking a lot better. Now I know you don't really equip the memoirs for this, though yes, stats can help. You don't equip it for the force, obviously. They're meant to be low force so that it doesn't change your force that much, and you still get the benefits, which is why memoirs are so great. And yeah, let me know in the comment sections below, or anywhere really, if I missed out on anything. I'm sure I did, because I definitely didn't cover everything, but what's most important was in this video. Make sure to comment on the video and share it on Discord and let all your friends see it who play this game. So yeah, I've been Ren Creates. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and got value from the content. Do be sure to subscribe for some more Nier Reincarnation content in the future, and never ever ever miss a video by hitting the notification bell so you are the first to see when it comes out. I love all of you guys. Stay safe out there, and sayonara.